Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Seattle Stitcher. My name is Megan. You can find me on Instagram as the Seattle Stitcher, on Ravelry as Seattle Stitcher, or you can email me at theseattlestitcher@gmail.com. As I say, you are all very, very welcome here. So it hasn't actually been that long since I filmed a Flosstube, I guess because I did do a little live video, but that wasn't really actually a Flosstube, it was more just like a haul video catching up with y'all. So here I am actually sitting down to film a real video. It is Friday, February 14th, Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day to everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. But as I do, I'm just going to hop in and start with my starts and move from there. I actually don't have any starts this past few weeks now. I am in my new system allowing myself one start a month, which I might have one later this month. I just need to accomplish more of my goals before I will allow myself to do so. But I do have a couple of FFOs. So the first FFO, which is very fitting of the day, is a Valentine's Day swap that I did with my best friends. If you are familiar with the girlies, as we call ourselves, that will be myself, Megan the Seattle Stitcher, Bridget, the Museum Stitcher, Marjorie from Marjorie Made, Cam from Cam the Stitcher, Rachel from Lemonade Stitching, Maddie over at Kitty Stitch, and the last one is Elizabeth from Frizzy Lizzy Stitches. All of us together make 7 of us, which is quite a fun little group, and yeah, I love it. They're my best friends. I love them so very dearly, and I literally don't know what I do without them, honestly. Like, I can't remember a day that I've gone by like not talking to them since, I don't even know. I just feel very, very, very lucky to call them all friends, and they're just the best. So we decided to do this little Valentine's Day swap, and it was so much fun. It's even more fun because we all know each other's style so well. Like, we know each other very well. We truly are best friends, and so it was a blast. I had Marjorie from Marjorie Made Stitches, and I was super excited to get her as my person, as my swap partner. It was all random, so like just because I got Marjorie doesn't mean that Marjorie got me, that kind of thing. So I would, though, in that being said, got Marjorie, and I decided to go ahead and pick the pattern. It's a pansy patch quilt and stitchery, and the pattern is called Retreat House. I will go ahead and pop a picture on the screen of Retreat House because I did make a lot of changes to this. I went ahead and pretty much did a 100% conversion. Not a single color that I used was called for. I used mostly DMC and color and cotton. If you have watched any of my previous episodes in the past month, you will have noticed that my husband, he had purchased to me a bunch of color and cottons for Christmas. It's exactly what I wanted, exactly what I asked for, and I'm super excited to dig into them and use them. So I wanted to do a ton of this pattern with color and cottons. Some of that being just a few stitches for like the hair colors and stuff like that. The main color, though, of the house, I did use 3 shades of DMCs. If you guys are interested in knowing a full color list, I didn't do like a 1-for-1, so I will say, if you want my list, it's not a 1-for-1. It's totally where I felt like pulling, where I felt like putting it. I can get that to you. But yeah, it was mostly color and cottons and a few DMCs, and I love it. I'll pop a picture here of my version of it because I actually already sent this off to Marjorie. We did a Zoom, all of us gals together, where we opened our presents, and it was so much fun. I decided to stitch mine on a 36 count this was Atomic Ranch weathered stone. I stitched it 2/2 to really give it those full plump stitches. I was a little worried because I wanted my stitches to look perfect, obviously because it was a gift. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. It was a Lugana from them, I'm pretty sure, not a linen. And it gave me nice, even, beautiful stitches. I'm so happy with how it turned out. So I really loved that. I was excited to send it off to Marjorie. I know my project is a lot bigger than a small. I realized that is honestly my problem, is that my version of a small is a lot bigger than other people's versions of a small. So we are going to continue doing these swaps, and I promise I will be better and pick an actual small next time. Because unfortunately with this, it really got to crunch time. I thought end of December, beginning of February, I was gonna have a ton of stitching time. I had a lot of time off of work. Then my father-in-law passed away, and I ended up having to plan like an entire funeral and make arrangements for a funeral on Guam. And because of all that, it took a lot away from my stitching time. But I put down the law, man. I was like every single night up stitching, waiting on, sitting on the couch, stitching away, stitching as much as I possibly could. And I couldn't believe it. I got it done in time and sent off in time to get to her with plenty of days in between to where, yeah, we made good time. So I was really excited about that. And I was excited to see how quickly I could honestly get that many stitches done. I think I surprised myself on that one, honestly. So yeah, that was my first FFO. The next FFO is actually my swap. So it's not an FFO for me, but it's an FFO for my stitchy partner, who was Elizabeth from Frizzy Lizzy Stitches. She got me as her partner. And I just absolutely love this. I know that it's a full conversion, and I know this is a Plum Street chart, but you'll have to check out her next Flosstube, where I'm sure she will talk about it. But yeah, it's literally perfect, and it's such a good, like, she said she used a lizard litter to fill it up, and it feels so nice. Like, it sits really, really nicely. I've been putting it on this bookshelf here behind me. I have a picture of my husband and I from like 10 years ago, actually. That picture's from 2015. And I put this in front of it because I liked the colors together. And sunflowers are actually my mom's favorite flowers, so I love that it's sunflower on the flowers on the back. And she even stitched a little patch on here. That is so cute. Stitched for Megan by Elizabeth. And she put the year 2025. And then 1995 here, that's the year I was born, because I am 29. I'll be 30 this year though, so. Yeah, her stitches are so perfect. She did such a good job. This is so pretty. I just absolutely love it. I know she did a color and cotton conversion, which is totally on brand for me. I love color and cotton, so I loved this. It's so good, and she picked perfectly. I love fall. I feel like that's very autumnal, and yeah, thank you so much, Elizabeth. I absolutely love it, and I just love you so much. So that is all of my FFOs to show you guys, but I have been doing some stitching. So if you know, my plans for the year is essentially like a big running list of things that I want to get done, or things that I want to have a percentage goal on, whatever it may be. And I have gone over all of that already, but one of my goals, which I am hoping to accomplish this month in February, is to finish Woodfield House. So I'll pop a picture on the screen just because the actual texture of this cover photo paper bothers me. I know that's weird, but it's like a weird, I don't know, it's a weird material, and I don't like the way it feels. So I don't want to take it out of the bag. I actually need to put it inside of a page protector, to be honest. But anyway, this is Woodfield House. It's a beautiful sampler that I absolutely love. As soon as I saw it, I had to get it. Handmade by Sarah W. She did this for a birthday sal last year, I want to say it was 2024, the summer of. And I had to snag it up. And I remember as soon as I got it, I went to the pool and I started it. And I did get a good, decent chunk of the house done and such, but after that, I just kind of left her be. I got a lot of the first little chunky bird done, and then I was over it. I don't know if I have a picture of where I was last time I left off, but I have done a lot of stitching to this. Sorry I didn't iron it, but here is where I am at. So as you can see, I've completely finished the house, which if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen this, but I'm just showing you again because this is what I've been working on. So like I said, I completely finished stitching this house, which was a beast. It was also quite a lot of counting because, as you can see, some of these bricks are not the same size or even the length, width, etc. of some of the others. So that was pretty tricky. This door was fabulous. It's like a green, red stripe, pink stripe, red stripe, green. It's so cool. I just absolutely love it. And then I did go in and just fill in all of the windows. I know it wasn't absolutely necessary, not at all, but I knew that I wanted the house fully stitched and filled in. I just absolutely love it. I'm stitching this 1/2 on Dirt Track by Fox and Rabbit. I think it's a really, really good choice if you're not in love with the cover photo, because the cover photo is like a dark fabric. I did like it, but I didn't have anything quite like that in the stash, and my other kind of like goal for the year is definitely to use more of my stash, just because I am accumulating a lot of stuff, and I feel like I've amped up my fabric stash as well. So, you know, it's like I've got a good amount to pick from, and I don't really feel like I need to buy much. So anyways, I went in here, did this small bird, did all of these flower pots, which they're all off a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Even these two hearts up here are off a little bit. I think I just miscounted this bird somewhere, like off of it, but I don't know where. And I'm okay with it. It's a sampler. You're never gonna know. I feel like even if I weren't to have said that out loud, you wouldn't have known, because as long as I mirror this side onto this side, and even if I don't think it's gonna make a huge effect on the actual image itself. I think the biggest thing that stands out is the house, because my fabric is a lot lighter, whereas if you used a darker fabric, I felt like the birds were what stood out more, which is actually why I bought the pattern. I liked the birds so much. I just think they look so goofy. They look like seals. I don't know. So yeah, I have the rest of this to complete the fill in on these 2 flowers here. And then I just move over and mime everything on the other side. And that's it, literally. I'm obsessed. I think it's so cool. This cottage garden thread down here is really cool too. And I already got a custom frame for this. I actually bought the custom frame for a different piece that I have FFO'd, and it ended up not fitting in the frame I got. I couldn't believe it. I just am an idiot and didn't think to account for the fact that if you get a frame that has like a lot of different, I don't know what it's called, but the little moldings on them, sometimes that can go into the actual glass piece and it can make the size that you're ordering slightly smaller. And in my case, it just made mine slightly too small because I ordered the exact size of my piece. So that's on me, but I did order from art2frames.com. I really like the website. They're super easy to use and it's easy to, I don't know, they allow you to like take your image, like a picture you took on your cell phone, whatever it may be. If you have a smartphone, you can go onto the website and you can upload that image into the picture frame that you're thinking about ordering. And I felt like that was cool because I was able to, you know, really see what things looked like, even if it wasn't perfect and like not exactly what it would look like. But it gave me a good idea, and I do really love the frame that I got. I think it was an oak frame or a walnut. I can't remember, but it is a solid wood frame and it was affordable in my opinion. So yeah, really liked that. But that is my Woodfield house and I just absolutely love it. I will be working on this until it's 100% done because that was my goal. Next time I pulled this out, I wanted it to just be a finish, and I'm more excited now that I have like the frame ready so that it can be an FO. Or sorry, an FFO, a fully finished object. An FO is just a finished object, in case you didn't know. From there though, I was getting a little bit tired of working on this and it kind of is giving me a burnout. Like I just didn't feel like working on it for a couple of days, and so I wasn't stitching at all. And I decided instead of just not stitching at all, I should pull out something. And I was talking to the girls, as one does, and every day, you know, be chit-chatting with them. But I was like, you know what guys, I don't know what to work on like in tandem with Woodfield House. I know I need to focus on Woodfield House and get it finished, but I don't know what else like to work on in the meantime, or what my next goal is going to be that I try to achieve or accomplish, whatever it may be, right? So Bridget actually was like, well, you know what, you should just pull out Beatrix, because Woodfield House is at a point where it's a lot of color changes and a lot of counting and things like that. And I'm not saying Beatrix Potter is not a lot of counting, because it is, but it is all one color, you know what I mean? And I was like, girl, you're right. That is a great project to pull out. And I don't have a goal on this one for this year, so I don't feel a lot of pressure that I have to work on it or I need to get this done, that done, whatever it may be. So I decided, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out and work on it. And I did put a few lengths of floss into this. This one is, like I said, Beatrix Potter. I'll pop a picture of the pattern on the screen. I don't think I have a before picture, but that's okay because I actually know exactly what I got done. I'm just gonna pull my Morgan hoop off of this so you guys don't have to see it with the hoop on, because it's a little bit harder to picture or see the full thing. This is a beautiful Quaker sampler piece. I'm stitching it 1/2 on 36 count Duxbury, and this I'm stitching with Dinky Dyes Silks in the colorway Fireside. So here is where I'm at. Last time I pulled it out, I did this motif in the middle, which I did modify to change to MB to DB. So this is my initials to my husband, Daniel. And then where I went from there was doing this little motif here and then starting the next large motif. So these 3 little flowers here, like flower buds, they kind of circle around, and that makes the next large motif at the top. I am over 30% on this, and I'm really happy with it. This is a piece that I absolutely love. I think it's so pretty. It's just gorgeous. I love it. I think the Fireside is such a joy to work with. And the 1/2 on 36 count is gorgeous. It's just beautiful, beautiful coverage with the Dinky Dyes. The Dinky Dyes are a bit of a fluffier silk, but they are so smooth and wonderful. I don't find that they fall out of my needle all that much either, which I really, really like. I love this piece. I love it. It is one of my favorites, and it's one of the Quakers that I have a pretty substantial amount of progress on. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue working on this kind of on the days that I don't feel like working on that, or I don't have the mental capacity to work on that. we'll swap over to this. And that is it for what I have been actually actively working on is just those two projects. Like I said at the beginning of this year, if you've been around for a few months now, then you'll know that I just really want to focus on the projects that I already have going and try to get more, more progress on them. And that just means I'm not going to have as much to show in all of my floss tubes. And when I said that, most of you guys seem to be okay with it. So, thanks for the support. I do appreciate it. I did do a little bit of shopping. I know I showed you guys a haul last time, but I have a little bit more to show. I did purchase one pattern, which is Birds of a Feather, Sally Spencer. This is an out of print chart. It has been redone by Sherry Berger or Berger. I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name. My apologies, Sherry. But she is the Colorado Cross Stitch shop, and so I picked this up ASAP. Her shop does sell a few different Birds of a Feather charts, and I trust that shop, so I knew, I felt confident buying this. But yeah, love this one. I think it's so pretty, and I do love that she did decide to do a new floss list, because that's one of the things that a lot of the time you'll see like reproduction charts being reprinted, right? And they don't update the colors when they re-release the pattern, like blackbirds, for instance. Sometimes they'll reproduce a chart and they don't update their floss list, but Sherry has done the work for us all and gone in and given us the new conversion of what she felt matched the cover photo, and I really, really appreciate something like that. I have gone ahead and done a full conversion myself, just out of Color and Cottons. If you follow me on Instagram, you already saw this. I've been kind of trying to keep up to date more on Instagram since I haven't been filming as often with just all this stuff going on in my life, but I'll show this regardless. So my Color and Cotton conversion is a bit brighter. And I know that's not gonna be for everyone, but I really like this piece and it just seems so fun and like springtime and fresh to me. And also this kind of gives me Valentine's Day vibes, so I might start this afternoon, we'll see. But here is my conversion for Sally Spencer. Here, maybe I'll show it with the pattern. So I felt like this bird here looked like she was hot pink. I mean, maybe I'm crazy, but I was just feeling it. And I went with like a really deep, deep dark blue. I still kept with the black. Oh, I must have dropped it. Yeah, sorry. I did grab a black as well because I did realize that you did need a black overall in the piece. So I've gone with rustic black. But yeah, here's my little conversion and I love it. There is some pictures of this as well as a full written out list on my Instagram, but if you are not an Instagram user, I'll just list them now. Cottage is the white, Petal is the light pink, Coming Up Roses is the hot pink, Boxwood is a really nice green. I would recommend this green, it's a good one. Azure, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but it's a nice, subtly variegated light blue. Stargazing is this very, very dark, nicely variegated dark blue, and then a rustic black for the 310 replacement. So yeah, those are my colors. And I did pull some stash fabric for this, which I am thinking Oaken by Picture This Plus to really highlight the pinks, because there's a little bit of a purpley hue to this fabric, and also make the white pop up. And I think everything's gonna pop off this fabric. So that's my plan for this one. And hopefully it'll be a start in February. But like I said, I really wanna finish Woodfield House first, and this will be my reward after. Next, I actually have a couple of cuts of fabric that I ordered that got to me in the mail here. And these are from Cedar River Linens. She's actually a local dyer to me, so I'm really happy to support. And I absolutely love these two cuts. If you watched my little haul video, you'll have seen a couple of other pieces that were very, very, very subtle to no modeling. And I love that for certain pieces. It's definitely the look I'm going for. These ones though have beautiful modeling. You have to take a look at this. So Coffee Stain in a 40 count. That's this one. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, it's like taking everything in me to not use this for my Sally Spencer, because this is beautiful. I love this kind of two-tone modeling you'll see here. So this kind of big splotch is more of a gray-based brown, but then you also have these very warm browns. And I prefer that look because I feel like then I can pull from either, either range of color. Look at this big blotch of modeling too. Oh, I love that. For me, this is a yes. This is gorgeous. I love this. Very excited to use this. I think it'll definitely be good for a sampler, be good for a Halloween piece. This is honestly any season. This is great. This is, again, Coffee Stain by Cedar River. I'm going to link the shop down below. One thing I feel like I'm definitely a stickler for as just a consumer in general is like shipping and things like that. And I felt like ordering these off of a not ready to ship, you know, these were not ready to ship. They had to be dyed and then sent to me. I felt like they were extraordinarily fast. I felt like she did an amazing job. She got them to me in a very timely manner, and I'm very, very impressed. And that was with both of my orders. Very quick turnaround. I'm not saying that it can always be that way because there's always going to be busy seasons and slow seasons for different, you know, companies. And this is a small local business, so the shipping, of course, is very fast. But I have had a really, really good experience so far. So I'll continue to support and purchase. The next piece I got is Maple Bar, also in a 40 count, because the last two that I purchased were 36. So I wanted to try out some 40s. Look at how pretty this is. I love this. This is a great neutral Maple Bar. It's a very yellowy, warm tone, very sunshine. I guess you can't really tell. It's so gray out because we had like a huge downpouring of snow. But this is absolutely gorgeous. It's, yeah, I love it. Definitely these two are good neutrals, good for any project all year round kind of pieces. So I'm very impressed, very much so a fan. I'm pretty sure that Cedar River is Tracy Tricycle here on Flosstube, so I will link her down below and I'll link her shop as well because I am very impressed. Yeah, like I said, other two pieces that I got were Salt Ash and Alberium, and they were very light modeling, a lot lighter shades, and I just felt like she has a good range of neutrals, and I tend to stitch on neutrals. I tend to not go for the brighter fabrics just because I never know what to do with them or what to put on them, or like the ones that have crazy colors all over. I love those for Halloween pieces and smalls, but when it comes to like stuff like bigger things, I'm like, oh, is it going to take away from the design, so I really, really appreciate a business that's putting out some great neutrals and has, good customer service, good shipping. I'm very happy as a customer overall, but that's my review. Besides that, we have made, I guess, progressing now on into life stuff. That is all of my Flosstube stuff. So that's all you stuck around for. I totally understand. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I will catch you hopefully in 2 weeks from now with some more progress on Woodfield House. But if you have made it this far, leave me a little needle emoji, the needle and thread emoji. Leave me that one, and totally understand if you don't want to stick around for life stuff. So thanks so much for watching. If you do want to stick around for life stuff, then welcome. So you guys know my father-in-law passed away December 27th. Then we had his funeral a couple weeks later. We had another celebration of life in between then and his celebration of life that we had put together as a family. And then we now have moved forward with plans of going to Guam. So we are taking him home. We already bought our plane tickets. We aren't leaving for a little while here, just to kind of give other people time to recuperate and get things set up for us to head out and over. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that just because it'll be nice to go to Guam and see, family and visit the family beach and things like that. So I'm excited in that sense. It sucks to have to be going for these reasons though, that always is a downer. So we've got that planned, got our dates and everything in check, and that's good. Makes me feel good to have like a date and a plan, I like that. Got our rental car and all that lined up. So that is pretty much everything with Jessie. And then from there, unfortunately, a couple of weeks ago, my husband's best friend and his bodybuilding coach his name is Justin. And he was involved in an altercation that led to a man shooting him, and it did end up being fatal. Justin is an organ donor though, and with that being said, his organs are going to save quite a few lives, and I feel like that is an amazing thing. So we'll be traveling. So we will be, well, I don't know if we're all going to travel as a family or if my husband will just go to his funeral in Arizona, but it's been a really hard year. 2 losses like that back to back. I feel awful for my husband, but yeah, that one was hard. Justin was young and just so healthy and had so much life ahead of him and was such a character. yeah, he was my husband's best friend. My husband only has a very small group that he considers his closest friends, and Justin was definitely one of them. So yeah, that was a hard one. So if you, whatever you believe in, send a prayer to his mother. Her name is Lana, and I'm just gonna link the GoFundMe down below. Don't feel like you need to donate anything, but if you just want to read the story about her and Justin, and yeah, it's a rough one. So yeah, I don't really think I have much else to say. I'm just trying to get through it. Amira's birthday's coming up, so I'm planning her birthday party, and that's really exciting. I already got the dates and everything selected, and I got her invitations. I made her little Barbie invitations, and they're so cute. I'm really excited about that. And I got her a little customized Barbie t-shirt. Every year since we've had birthday parties for her with her classmates, I've gotten her like a custom shirt that is the theme of her birthday party. I know that's extra, but it's just a thing that I like, and I'll probably do until she absolutely despises it, because I love it. So this year I got her a little Barbie t-shirt that says, like, you know, birthday girl, and the back of it says 7 and Amira on the bottom, and in the little Barbie font, you know. So I'm really excited about it. I think it's gonna be a blast, and you know, hopefully that's a good time for her. Malachi's first birthday is actually at the end of this month. He's a leap year baby though, so technically doesn't have a birthday this year. But of course we will celebrate. We're just going to do something small where we get him a little, you know, cupcake or smash cake or something, and just be at home and enjoy time as a family. Today, Valentine's Day, my husband and I are actually going out to dinner, which is crazy. We have not gone out to dinner together in years, just the two of us. We just always have the kids with us, and that's the way we like it. We like spending time with our kids, and especially, you know, Amira, for so many years. She's been tagging along with us, and yeah, we like it that way. But we're very lucky to have my mother-in-law, who doesn't live too far away, and she's coming over to watch the kiddos, so we can go have a nice dinner, and that's awesome. So yeah, it's been a time. It has, and it's been difficult and trying, and I'm just very, very, very hopeful that there is very little sadness in this year moving forward. But there are no guarantees, you know, and I mean, we're getting older, it's part of life, but it's been hard. So yeah. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And, you know, thank you for sticking around and your support. And, you know, thanks for watching. And I just appreciate this community so, so very much. I know how many of you guys, you know, even after seeing my story on Instagram about Justin, Daniel's best friend, and I know how many of you guys were praying for him. And, you know, I really appreciate you all. So thank you. And, I'll catch you guys next time. All right. Bye, guys.